That's a file sorting problem. I'm gonna call it like this. We had Hunter versus Handlock. We had that matchup just like a few seconds ago.
Yeah, well, it can play out in both ways. Last time the Handlock was overwhelming, I want to call it, even though he didn't play power overwhelming. But it was super close.
And he has a Molten Giant, so is he going to do the Ekop here? Like, Ekop started his game with 2 Molten Giants and a Hellfire and just wrecked the Zulok in the end. And I like StrifeCro's picture. Actually, it's looking in the other direction, but it just got, like... Now he's looking in the correct direction.
Yeah, Timo got everything
prepared for us. It looks like he's actually on webcam here, and he's focused. Maybe he's just not moving. He's, like, frozen.
Well, actually, Nimsh was the only file we had with video recording, right?
Yeah,
you didn't see it there was no difference at all.
Yeah, we started. We have some more players actually, but we started week 8 doing this, and in the coming weeks now for the next cards there will be more and more webcam recordings. And like I hope to get everyone to record with webcam, but some players in the league don't even have one, so that's sad. And you're not going to see them, but. You're going to have beautiful pictures here, and well, it's 3-0 for Cloud9 versus MYM, and at the moment we're turn 3 in StrifeCro versus BlazingGlory, and there's not much happening. He has 2 Molten Giants, so he's absolutely doing the Ekop here, probably.
Yeah, his hand is really strong, StrifeCro's that is.
Well, he needs a Taunter. Then it's really strong. Now it's good with the 2 Molten Giants, but without a Taunter...
Also Mortal Coil.
Yeah.
And Siphon Soul, the other Ring Farseer, he can sustain a lot.
Absolutely. So if there is a Leopard Image or if there is a Pure Sergeant, something like that, that can get model coiled. Well, we don't know if what version Blazing is actually playing. We just see a weapon from him by now. It could still be some version of the Sunshine Hunter or Full Face or some. There's actually a mid-ranging Control Hunter where you play. You go for Loot Hoarders. You have Ragnaros. You have Gaddon in. You got the Acolytes of Pain. 2 Deadly Shots. So even a Savannah High main. So
that would be super strong against the Handlock.
I want to call it mid-range Control Hunter. Just I don't have a name for it. I know there are some names out, especially if you go on HearthStone.com. There's like some Backspace Rogue stuff like this. For the Hunter, I just classify him in Rush, mid-range Control, and Sunshine.
Full Face.
Yeah, Full Face. So
yeah.
You didn't like the attack, you would have just not attacked?
Well, the problem is he has to kind of go for a rush, and he doesn't mind taking a lot of damage right now, especially not with double Molten Giant on his hand, so it was the right decision. But, of course, he gave the weapon another charge, so that's always what you have to keep in mind when you attack into a secret.
And the most annoying thing is, he has to play something. He cannot life tap, so that would suck. He just killed an Explosive Trap, he killed one Drake, so this is good actually, brings him down to 21. I mean, the move ain't what you would expect to happen. If there is nothing like Unleash, Arcane Shot, Kill Command, then he actually has to go in the Leroy with his weapon.
Well, the best thing would be another secret.
Yeah, just
like a misdirected or explosive shot.
Well,
explosive trap with just wreck faces.
Well, the Explosive Trap would be cool, but then you still have to run in your Drake into the Leroy. If there is a Defender of Argus, you could just Argus up and have a 7-3 Leroy, and you would be like, well, that shouldn't happen. Buzzard Doggies, I think. Yeah, so he draws 2 cards, and he can clear the board completely, which is cool, especially the Buzzard is out, and 1 Mortal Coil is gone, so you might just have your Buzzard out. I would love to see what Blazing redrew here.
I think that way it's also super. Like, having only the point of view of StrifeCro, you get into his mindset more.
Yeah, Senjin Shieldmaster. I like the version here a lot against all the rush decks, especially against Azu and the Backspace Rogue, actually, like the Full Face Rogue. You have the Senjin's turn 4, you have a Sunwalker turn 6 probably.
Exactly, most likely 2.
Yeah, so that's like, you can do more. Yeah, you get your turn 4 Giant or turn 4 Twilight Drake, but if you like turn 4 Twilight Drake and you have to Soulfire, then you cannot play your Giant instantly, and then you can still go for Senjin. You can go for 1 Azure Drake if you have that 1 Azure Drake, and you get card draw without spending life, and you have minions on the board he needs to waste spells on, and that's like the best thing actually. You put a Senjin turn 4,
Yep.
Yeah, he has to kill it with an eviscerate maybe, or with a deadly shot, and then you put down a giant, and then yeah, spells are gone to deal with the giant.
The only downside with this deck is that most of the time it doesn't have the Leroy Faceless Power Overwhelming combo in it, because you just like you don't have space for it. And we saw in the last match that that combo was so crucial for the win.
Absolutely, like Kalanta won with it 2 times in a row, so the move is pretty good. But the question is there: do you need it when you have so much beef on the board? Like that's like okay, yeah, the move is like.
Well, he needed it.
He needed it to win here, but if he had more beef on the board, maybe he wouldn't even get in that situation. And for now, yeah, Blazing has 6 mana this turn. With his silenced Iron Beak, he could go for. Yeah, I'm still not sure what he plays. We haven't seen a Buzzard, a weapon, and an Unleash. That's it. He might have another weapon. That's for me like the explanation why you attack with your weapon. Then you have another weapon. Okay, Steady Shot plus Leopard Gnome. There it is. I called it. It's gonna come. Sunwalker and Sanjin, so 2 cards to drop here, and double Molten Giant. This is like what I like the most about it. Now we go for Life Tap Sanjin or just Sunwalker.
Life Tap Sanjin, because I'm afraid of the Deadly Shot.
You're afraid of the Deadly Shot, that would hurt. And the good thing, if you Life Tap Sanjin now, and you take 2 damage from the Leopard Gnome next turn, then you're on 14. And you just need to Life Tap again, and you can just double Molten Giant easy mode.
You can just throw giants at him.
Yeah.
One left, one right.
So that's a good thing. And as you say, yeah, you get the Sunwalker, but that could Deadly Shot it. Well, it happens with the Sanjin also.
But, yeah, still.
Yeah, then you can drop
rather lose a Sanjin to a Deadly Shot than a Sunwalker, right? Especially with the Divine Shield.
Agreed there.
Well, StrifeCro doesn't.
Well, he doesn't agree with you. You're wrong. You're just wrong.
Well, we'll see if I'm wrong or not.
Yeah, we might see the Deadly Shot and
Please.
more charges. Well, don't beg for it. We want to see the StrifeCro winning. We're at his point of view.
Well, I want to see BlazingGlory win.
You don't want to see MYM getting 4-0 here by Cloud9? That would be devastating.
Well, it would be cool for Cloud9 to go 4-0 in the first appearance.
That would be the 3rd 4-0 in 8 weeks. I mean, Isuba did 1.
Twice.
Twice did it actually. And no other team did the 4-0 by now, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure.
I know.
But it's super rare. That's for sure.
Isuba did it twice, and no other team actually. So Doga House might go for the first 4-0 in their league history here for us.
No, they won't.
They won't? You're still here in for the Deadly Shot and...
No, it's just not Doga House anymore, so
no
way for them to go 4-0.
Did I say Doga House again? Damn it.
Isuba did it 3 times.
Okay.
Timo just checked the files.
Awesome. So, damn it. Still in 8 weeks? Yeah, that's a lot. If you go like 8 you played 8 times and you did...
I think it's more surprising that only Suba was able to do it.
And
then they actually managed to do it 3 times.
There's a trap, so... Misdirection, explosive, or is it actually the freezing trap? Like
freezing trap would hurt.
Well, you don't need to attack. That's a good thing. You just wait and chillax.
Would you? He could. Yeah.
You can drop a giant or just a Testingo.
I think Mortal Call. Check what you get.
Mm-hmm.
And then decide whether you go for the giant. Or even Testingo.
Would you Mortal Coil the Gnome?
Nope.
To drop in 2 HP, then your giant is only 4.
Well, only 4, I know. But...
Well, if he life taps now, he can play double giants. So that's like the moment where you play your double giants. And then if there is a freezing trap, you don't care. Since your giant costs 2 more, well, that's only 4.
The problem, I was afraid of... Kill command, steady shot. Kill command, the cane shot. That's why I would just get rid of the beast instead of the Lepano.
Oh, you can soulfire it still. Just soulfire now. It's actually
that was a crazy move.
Oh, he just loses your Shadow Flame though. That's the code.
Can still lose to Boar. Kill command, a cane shot.
Well, you could still lose to Boar, kill command, and cane shot. I agree with you there.
Well, it's so unlikely that his play was definitely correct.
Yeah, that's so unlikely as a force of nature, innovate, roar, which happens sometimes turn 10, and then you're like,
21 damage.
how in good God's earth could that happen? So those things happen, and then you're extremely happy in BlazingGlory's plays, and really sad for StrifeCro. He played that good, and especially even if his Sunwalker gets freezing trapped, he has 16 damage on the board. He just needs to draw an Argus to win. If that ain't a misdirection, well, even with a misdirection, he can deal the 16 damage. So that's looking really good for StrifeCro.
Yeah, and if it's an explosive trap, it's over.
Yeah, explosive wouldn't make a difference here, but I'm counting with a freezing trap, I have to say. Okay, unleash, and he needs... Well, the main problem is you need to attack twice into the Sunwalker.
He needs 200 marks to try to get out of trouble. Or at least one if he has a misdirection gets lucky. That would be crazy.
Yeah, one or double abusive. That's good. So you can kill the Sunwalker like this. And now a Hunter's Mark additionally. That's good. And now a freezing trap, then you're just 100% good. Yeah,
that was a nice turn.
Yeah, if that's a freezing trap, you're just super happy. Alexstrasza, but you need one more turn. Alexstrasza really potent in this situation.
Well, he needs to go in now. Check what trap it is. Well, the problem, if it's a misdirection, he's completely screwed.
Well, only if the misdirection goes in his face. He could just demolish a 2-1 there, just vaporize it under the Molten Giant power. Like, there's a chance from 1 out of 3 that he hits the abusives.
True.
Actually, it's 66% to hit an abusive. Yeah, so freeze is okay. Now he can drop the Molten again and even go for this engine. So that's a good board. With 2 cards for Blazing. Well, what could that be?
3.
3 cards.
It's obviously Boar, kill command.
It's obviously Boar, kill command.
Would be funny.
It would exactly be lethal. Well, with his deadly shot, steady shot even more. Leroy, kill command, and then he has 10 damage. Okay, that's perfect.
Wow.
I want to say that was super close, and yeah, that was freaking super close in the end. So there was just the question, was that live tap double giants good? We stated you could have played your Testingo. Stupid video file. Starting with a Harvest Golem. Would you keep your swipe against a...
Full face? No. I wouldn't.
Yeah, you want to have your Innovate Harvest Golem. Like, go crazy. Yeah, Innovate Harvest Golem. you just want to drop that.
You saw the files before, right?
No, I'm just saying what you want to have. And if you get it, that's even better. I mean, he got Innovate Keeper of the Grove too, which is equivalent. I just like to have the Harvest Golem out early. So
I think Harvest Golem has more value in this matchup.
Now you can kill the Leper Gnome. You can kill an Abusive Sergeant, and you can hero power and gain armor, which I like the most about it. Since you get the Harvest Golem out, and now you got 2 turns to gain armor, and in the 3rd turn, so you turn 4, you can actually go for your Keeper of the Grove and kill another minion.
True to the claw.
Yeah, no turn 1, and you already deal, like, until turn 4, you have dealt a good amount of damage. So 3, next turn's 3, 6 damage already dealt. Turn 4, you follow up with a Keeper.
And it's tough for a hunter to deal, like for a full face hunter to deal with Harvest Golem.
Yeah, you can kill it once. So you would need
Freezing Trap is the best way.
Yeah, but Freezing Trap is actually the best way. You need the Boar plus an Abusive, then you can kill it, but then you need to kill it again. And as you say, Freezing Trap is the best. Make it cost 4 now. Or just ignore it. The good thing is, if there are no Sun Fury Protectors for StrifeCro, yes, there might be that Harvest Golem, but as long as it's not getting taunted up, you're theoretically okay. If there's a double Roar on 3 minions, which is devastating. Always people think just a Force of Nature Roar, but with 3 minions on the board is
Roar is also so strong.
Plus 8 damage already. Yeah. And that's like, with those 3 minions on the board, that's going to be an explosive. There's the Roar. So I guess explosive, and then just drop your Keeper.
Hello. Explosive.
What does he get? Good cards. Another Harvest. Yeah, let's
drop Harvest at him.
Let's go annoying. And now with a Roar, you would actually have 4 plus 7 damage with your ability. And that's like 11 damage of the spot was a roar. I like it. I like roar just onto 3 minions.
I don't see StrifeCro losing this one.
Yeah, the double harvest is like so crucial.
Like, double harvest is so annoying. And then he already has the roar. He has a force of nature, Druid of the Claw. I mean, Druid of the Claw, force of nature, that's 10 damage. Keeper of the Grove, 2 damage. The war, it's just overwhelming.
It's so good against aggro decks, against Zulok too.
Yeah.
All the minions are actually 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. You can kill one, and then you can kill another one. The Wolf Rider is cool. And then next turn, well, turn 5, if there is, unleash the Doggies into 3 minions. Plus a Hunter's Mark now. He can clear good.
He can clear the
Like
entire board.
Buzzard, unleash, and then that's pretty okay for him.
No, he can't clear the board.
We can clear at least everything, and there's only one damage
Well,
golem.
if he goes coin board then as well, then he can clear everything.
But there is what we said. There is 8 damage, and next turn with a Savage Roar, that would be 8 plus 8. So 16 damage, 17 with your ability. Just like, what the hell? Already dead here. Rushing down the full Face Hunter.
Buzzard, unleash, maybe coin board afterwards with a Hunter's Mark.
If he gets a Hunter's Mark, that's like the biggest question.
Maybe he already has one.
Yeah. If he has
Oh,
none,
well, yeah, he didn't burn a card.
Hey, you
That
were
was-
like,
yeah, I was like, oh, does he burn a card?
so close. So there's going to be the coin. And the question, Abusive Sergeant or the Timberwolf? Well, Timberwolf is just perfect. You don't even need a Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Mark would have been better, since you only need 1 minion to kill. But like this, you get 2 minions out, so it's okay. Is he just gonna drop the... You could just drop roar the trees and go in the
No,
face.
go swipe in the face,
You just-
0 up, and then drop him down to 8.
Yeah, that feels just so good. He's down to 11, 9, 8, and next turn you just win with your trees. Just go full ham trees. And even if he plays an explosive
Full
trap...
ham trees.
Yeah, full ham trees.
Those are some special trees.
Yeah, even if he goes for an explosive trap, you can just deal 6 damage to him in that situation.
Yeah.
And then next turn win with Keeper or with your Savage Roar. So this game is just won by StrifeCro. It's going to be a 1-1 between BlazingGlory and StrifeCro, so we're going to see a full-length best of 3 again. That's a trap, so I guess freezing...
Snap, it's a trap.
Freezing or explosive, but whatever it is, it makes no difference. He's just gonna win 1 turn later. So that's a freezing trap. What he needed actually turn 2.
I needed that one earlier.
Yeah, so we're gonna see the Force of Nature and next turn win with a Keeper of Grove. Just go for a style mode.
So anyway, BlazingGlory can win.
If he has healed,
He has 5 damage. No,
turn 7.
no.
Not with a Bora kill command, which is actually one of the most damaging moves he can do.
Well, that would be 16 damage.
Yeah, that's pretty
In
cool.
total.
I like the Bora kill command. But I don't like it if it ain't enough. He would need double Earthen Ring Farseer now to drag out the game. That's like, yeah, helpful. Another secret. That's cool. It's just an explosive or a misdirection. But he's safe.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, Fairy Dragon.
Fairy Dragon is pretty cool, especially against the Miracle Rogues. Since they cannot backstab it away. So GG! StrifeCro wins the game here, and it's 1-1 between those two. Oh, we got Innervate Big Game Hunter. They're gonna keep it. If you play against a Warlock now, you need to keep Big Game Hunter. Innervate, obviously, and then just hope for a nice follow-up.
But
Is that a handlock?
is that a handlock?
Biggest
If
question.
not, StrifeCro could be in some serious trouble.
If that's his Lulok for BlazingGlory, he gains some big advantage here. Like 2 minions early on, now. And then 3-4 minions, turn 2, turn 3. And StrifeCro is in trouble. He could just go, yeah, Big Game Hunter, not.
Well, if it's a Zulok, he has to throw it out.
Yeah, that seems to be a handlock or a Zoolock with an extremely crappy draw. I would drop my Salnus here too.
Of course, you would always drop your Salnus, Mats.
Yeah, I would always drop my Salnus just for the card draw. In this situation with this hand, the turn 2 Salnus is for me the most obvious move, especially if there is a Twilight Drake coming soon. You need to have your Keeper of the Grove. And at the moment, I don't see any Keeper of the Grove in StrifeCro's hand. I don't know what's happening with your eyes, but I don't see a Keeper of the Grove.
I don't see one either.
He's
what is BlazingGlory gonna do? Coin out the Twilight? If he has one. We don't know.
If he has a Giant, he's screwed. If he has a Twilight Drake, that's actually good. Coin Twilight would be a 4/8 at least. And he can kill... Okay, Twilight and a Soulfire, I assume.
Yep.
The redirection arrow, the arrow's actually working sometimes. Often if you're a ladder, you're like, who the hell is he going to attack now with that spell?
Why is he focusing my Elven Archer?
Yeah, that makes no sense at all. And then the spell goes in your face. So we get Loot Hoarder and Salnus out. That's some cool cards to draw. And he has a Black Knight, so one more turn, like 2 more turns, and he can just Black Knight away the Big Tartar.
Yeah, it looks good for StrifeCro. He has all options on his hand.
I just like the Big Game Hunter and the Black Knight. They're such a great advantage. There's a Giant.
They are super situational though.
Yeah, absolutely. But in this matchup, they're just a must. In any other matchup, you play against a Miracle Rogue, yeah, sad. You play against Zoo, okay. Sometimes the Black Knight actually gets some value.
Yeah, okay, the Black Knight, but the
against
Big
a
Game Hunter
handlock,
is just meh.
This is just crazy. You're having everything you need. If he had a Silence now too, then it would just be the perfect draw. He goes for the face. He decides to not trade with a minion. There's a swipe. Wow.
5 you could trade.
I mean, he can do nothing else. So he can do the 5 damage swipe now and trade everything in. I would maybe consider...
Go for the Loot Hoarder first. Check what you get.
And maybe you're getting Raz. No, you're getting Roar. That Roar would have been way cooler earlier. He could have just roared and cleared the minion. Easy mode. Oh no, there's a Violet Teacher. I think with the 2 minions out, that would have been 3 damage. Plus the Roar would have been actually plus 4, 7 damage with Hero Power. With Hero Power 9, 10. So yeah, the Roar would have been cool to clear that bitch. And there's a Prison Ring Farsia. So BlazingGlory is not having any Giants. Or not any Giants he could play. Double Fawn. 1 Roar. Looks good. Especially your Violet Teacher is 3/5. He needs to play Shadow Bolt, Hellfire, Soulfire, something to kill it.
Soul.
Yeah, Siphon Soul. So he needs to waste one of his cool spells now.
But it's fine, like, the Violet Teacher is such a big threat in the Token Druid. That it's okay to use one of your big cards to clear him.
Absolutely. There's like 2 Violet Teachers, 2 Ancient of Lore, 2 Keeper of the... 2 Druid of the Claw. Those are like all the minions you want to deal with. Absolutely. You only get 2 Siphon Souls, 2 Soulfires, maybe 1 Shadow Bolt if he even runs it. What can Blazing do? With 6 mana on turn 6. I think he's not running the Sunwalker and Senjin version. It feels like the handlock was just the standard big minions, like 4 Giants in total, 2 Drakes, maybe an Alexstrasza.
Most likely, Alex. Well...
Recently we saw some Ragnaros in handlock. As I said, Taizo went really crazy on that one. And StrifeCro really wants... Well, he does. I want to say he really wants a Silence. But what does he care about a Silence? He can just Black Light in this situation.
Wow.
If you Black Knight, would you go for the face with your Violet? Or would you decide to trade a minion?
I would go for the face.
Since you got the Savage Roar and you can deal like 7 plus 6 plus
I don't want to...
14
Exactly,
damage.
I don't want to lose minions right now.
The cool thing is you get a Roar plus Swipe, so that would be plus 7, plus 11 damage. Well, plus, not 11, plus 10, since you cannot Hero Power up if you swipe additionally. That's pretty cool. With 2 minions on the board, plus 10, 17 damage out of nowhere. Okay, for BlazingGlory again. Does he have a giant or not? Biggest question of all times.
Or Hellfire.
Or a Hellfire. A Hellfire would be pretty useful now. You just trade in your Sunfear Protector and Hellfire. Okay, no Hellfire.
Nope, definitely not.
The first Mountain Giant. The main problem with your Mountain Giants is always you drop him. Oh, double Fawn, double Roar.
That hurts.
That hurts. I think just big Game Hunter and actually not swipe. I was like, maybe swipe the face, but then you're bringing him too close into the Molten Giant range. I'd say big Game Hunter and just attack, hero power maybe, bring him down to 15. 15 is okay.
You bring down to 16, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, you only deal 5 damage. You bring down to 16. If he life taps, he could drop a Giant but no Taunter. He life taps into 6. Oh, well, okay. He life taps
no,
into...
he can play it.
With his
Molten
Sunfear
Giant and
Protector.
Sunfear, but he only has one Sunfear left, so...
Absolutely. So
that should be fine. Like, you can take the risk.
And you can
he
2
could even,
times
like,
14 damage.
the thing is, if he like there was no need to attack him, to bring him down to 16, could have just capped him at 17 to completely negate the risk of having the Molten Giant and Sunfear combo, because he already has enough damage on the board. Like next turn there is the Force of Nature Roar combo that deals 14 damage alone. With one of those 4 damage minions still on the board, that would be 20 damage. So no need to bring him below 17. Even if the second Earthen Ring Farseer would come, or a Siphon Soul, he would only be up to 20, so still lethal.
Yep. I see what you do there, but I think with the double Force of Nature Roar, he doesn't need to care about anything. Even if there are 1 or 2 Molten Giants coming, he can just use 1 Force of Nature Roar now to kill 1 Molten Giant and even do damage to the face.
Yep.
And use his second Force of Nature Roar, and he still has a swipe. So whatever is there to come from BlazingGlory, I think he can clear it. Easy mode. Blazing is like really thinking a long time about his moves, considering everything. And as we said, the only thing we see here for him would be a Molten Giant plus a Sunfear Protector, something in that direction. Or double Ancient Watcher plus Argus. There's a Molten Giant, and is it there actually? It's okay, he had it. That's mean. Is it still enough? It should be Force of Nature Roar.
No, he's 2 damage short.
If he attacks with his hero in and with a Black Knight at 6-12, yeah,
well,
that's enough.
He still has it.
Yeah,
true.
like he could have attacked with a Black Knight and his hero too, and it would still be enough damage. It just wrecks away BlazingGlory here, and